Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot and to your May monthly general intuitive tarot reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I hope you are well. And as always, remember that all the readings won't be for everyone because they're general intuitive readings. So only take the messages that resonate for you. Now, I want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who entered my contest in April. I just want to say thank you, and the winners have been contacted, and congratulations to those winners. And I want to let you know that in the month of May, I'm having another contest now. So if you didn't get in on the April one, you have another chance to get in on another contest here in May. So I will tell you all about the eligibility and the prize itself after all the reading and all the messages that I give out throughout the reading. All right. So we'll do that first, reading first, messages first, and then we'll talk about the contest. And of course, I always like to start by talking about the highlights or highlighting the astrological aspects, a few highlights anyway of the astrological aspects of the month. And I'm going to start with talking about the 18th of May. Now, on the 18th of May, we have a Venus-Uranus conjunction. Okay? Now, both of those planets are in the sign of Taurus at this time. So there is the possibility to have what I want to term unexpected developments in your relationships. Okay? Now, Venus is, love and relationships, and Uranus is unexpected change. So obviously something can come up there. And, some people are going to freak out a bit about that, but just want to give you a little bit of wisdom here, which is, the few days before the day of the 18th or the few days after, because astrological aspects can last kind of you feel the energy sometimes a little bit longer than the actual day itself. The wisdom here is to be flexible, okay? Be flexible and go with it. Go with it, my friends. Go with it. Go with the flow. Okay, let's talk about what happens on the 23rd of May. We have some really, really good energy. We have a Venus-Jupiter conjunction, and that is going to make a lot of people feel really lucky, okay? And it's an opportunity where you may see possibilities, and possibilities open up for you left, right, and center. More possibilities than you've probably seen in a long time, okay? And on that exact same day, Jupiter sextiles Neptune. And a sextile is a really, really good aspect. This is probably one of the great aspects of 2024, at least in my personal opinion. But you don't always get tons of great aspects in a year, and this year so far we haven't had a whole bunch of huge ones, but this is one of those ones. Sextiles are amazing aspects. Now, what does that mean with this Jupiter sextiling Neptune? It means that you could start to really feel a lot of your imagination can start to go wild, and you can really feel very compassionate. You can have a surge in your intuition. You're going to start to, really, really, become very, very imaginative, right? Okay. So that's another great day for great energy. All right. Then I want to talk about planetary shift. Okay, one particular planet shift, which is that Jupiter moves out of Taurus and ingresses to Gemini on May 25th. Okay. Now, Jupiter will stay in Gemini for a while. It'll stay there for about approximately a year, because that's how much time Jupiter spends in every sign, more or less. So, you obviously might want to check that out to see if you have any, natal planets or anything, any aspect or anything, any planets in Gemini, because with Jupiter there, that brings you, or whatever house that might be for you, because Jupiter will bring you luck in that area of your house, right? Whatever Gemini is for you. But it could, just in general, be as a new Jupiter cycle means that we could all benefit from the energy of Gemini, which is the energy of knowledge. It's the energy of new knowledge, the energy of absorbing new knowledge. It's the energy of, how you express yourself, the energy of your communication skills and improving your communication skills and being able to be more open in your communication, being able to speak more openly. Okay? And then finally, on the 31st of May, Mercury conjoins Uranus. Now, I'm going to talk about this very briefly because you might not even realize this is energy of Mercury conjoining Uranus. But around this time, a few days before the 31st, maybe even a couple days into June, you may start to have these flashes of insight, okay? Things might just come to you out of the blue, okay? And these things are going to be very unexpected. And I might even venture to say some of these things are going to be quite unconventional. You're going to go, what the heck? Why is that thing coming to me? Why did I have that flash? Why in the world would that be coming to me? What is that all about, right? Now, for as much as you may feel that these things are unrealistic, crazy notions that are flashing in your head, let me just give you a little piece of advice from the universe again here. The universe is telling you, do yourself a favor, and when those flashes come, write them down, keep track of them, put them in a little book somewhere. Because although you might feel these things are really, really unrealistic right now, they might be really beneficial for you sometime later down the line in the year, okay? And you're going to want to remember those things, and you're going to want to go, hey, I can't remember what that flash was, because it's a flash. That's what a flash is. It comes and goes. So if you're having flashes of wisdom, of these strange things coming in your head, just write them down. They may seem crazy at the time, but later you might go, wow, I'm so glad I wrote that down. All right, my friends? So that's it for the astrology. Now, what I'm going to do is get into your tarot messages. So as always, I like to give thanks to the angels, spirits, guides, and the universe for the messages they provide and for assisting me in interpreting the messages for the highest vibrational good of my Pisces seekers. All right, Pisces, we are going to pull for you 4 cards for the month of May. Okay, you're starting with the 5 of Wands. Well, that came right flying the heck out. That is the Knight of Swords. You have the 6 of Wands. You have the 10 of Cups. Let me just move these so you can actually see them better. And let's just check and see what you got at the bottom of the deck. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And I apologize for the little bit of glare on the table with the lights here. I'll hold it up for you so that you can see it a little bit better. So, and right behind that Wheel of Fortune is the 7 of Swords. So, okay, I'm gonna just tell you what I'm feeling here, Pisces, because I just have to get this out, and don't shoot the messenger. But I'm really feeling like, a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune is it's wonderful because you go, oh, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of luck and it's my destiny and blah blah blah. But I'm actually just feeling the wheel is the wheel, which means some days are good, some days are bad. Some days the wheel is in your favor, spinning in your favor, and some days the wheel is not spinning in your favor. Now, in the beginning of this month versus the second half of this month, there's two different energies. So I'm going to say the wheel is down here in these first 2 weeks of March, and then the wheel starts to spin up for you, okay? So basically what I'm saying to you is luck is luck. Right? Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you'll have good days, sometimes you'll have bad days, right? It's just luck, right? It's just, you know, fortune, and some days chance is with you and sometimes chance is not. Sometimes things will be low and they'll improve, and then sometimes you'll be at the top of your game and you got nowhere to go but down. Okay? Now, as I said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to tell you what's coming out here. But basically, that's what you're feeling. Now, if I look behind that, you have the Seven of Swords. Okay? Now, I'll be honest with you. Seven of Swords is about, sometimes people look at it like it's the sneaky card, right? It's this deceit, like somebody's trying to deceive you or steal something from you or whatever. I don't feel so much it is deceit, but rather a bit of a sneakiness, maybe even on your part, in that you're trying to deal with stuff, and that expression, everybody doesn't need to know everything that's going on in your life at all times. That's what I'm kind of feeling for you. Now, I will also tell you that the minute the first two cards came out, this Five of Wands and this Knight of Swords, the first thing that came to me was, Pisces, you're a little bit combative this month. You're ready for a little combat. You're entering into the first couple weeks here a period of debate, a period of conflicts. But I'm not saying that they're bad conflicts, because you see how this better half comes out. I mean, you end up with this Ten of Cups, which is ultimate happiness with your family. I mean, look at this picture. This picture is, a couple in front of a fireplace with their cat, all lazy like, looking very comfy, and they're enjoying, and they're hugging each other under a nice little blankie, 2 glasses of wine. So and this is the card of victory, the Six of Wands. So I don't think that the combativeness is like a bad thing. I feel like it's debate and conflict that serves some kind of constructive purpose for you. Okay, so they're going to result in some kind of accomplishment or some kind of happiness at the end of the month, or a better understanding of something, right? Sometimes we fight because we don't read each other's minds in the world. I mean, if we did, it would be fabulous, but we obviously don't, okay? So sometimes, we just need to be able to, like this Knight of Swords, because this is the card of conflict, right? Look, you got a whole bunch of hands here with their wands, and they're all combating each other. That's very clear. But what I was going to say is, sometimes we need to express ourselves a little bit more openly, okay? Now, the Knight of Swords is that card, right? It's about how you communicate. It's about your thoughts and being clear in what you want to get out of your thoughts through your mouth. Okay, so this Knight of Swords is telling you that, this expressing your concerns is what you're really doing in these conflicts. You're not trying to purposely put someone down or being mean to somebody. It's just, you're having a couple of bad weeks at the beginning, and then all of a sudden you have a couple of really great weeks, right? Wheel spins up, wheel goes down, wheel spins up, wheel spins down. Okay, so you're not complaining. I don't want somebody to think of, you're trying to tell me I'm a complainer. No, you're actually not, right? What you're doing is just having good, open communication, okay? Now, what's very important here is that this Six of Wands, and I just want to call this out because I want people to realize that this is about victory. And it isn't about, the month isn't about, well, if I, put my foot down for everything that every concern is going to go my way, then I'm going to win. It isn't about winning. Okay? It isn't about winning. It's about having this everlasting peace and harmony between you, right? Or in you and your family. It's about having a bit more of a comfortable home situation where you come back to that peaceful situation. So it isn't about win or lose. It isn't about that you need to put your foot down. You don't need to get yourself up in your knickers in a knot about everything. You don't need to um, you don't need your way. You don't have to be aggressive about it either, okay? So you don't need to get aggressive here to win something. That's the other thing I want to tell you. Now, this is a very, very clear message for me. I mean, I almost don't even really need to clarify the cards, but I'm going to do it anyway because we really want to hear more about this situation. So tell me about these concerns and these debates and this conflict that our dear Pisces are experiencing in the month of May, please. Tell me about this conflict. Tell me about the debates. Tell me about this butting of heads, right? Tell me about this butting of heads, right? I just really honestly think there is a difference of opinion here about how to enjoy yourself, how to, really have a good time, how to spend your quality time together. I think that's part of it. Because this is the Six of Wands again. Do you see that? Six of Wands, Six of Wands. The difference here is, and I'm going to show you this. See the Six of Wands on the left? The Six of Wands on the left is really just about a guy standing in his power, and everybody else with those little wands at the bottom is praising him. He's got his laurel wreath behind him, so it's a victory, and he's being praised. But the one on the right, there's no praising going on. It's more like the character is paffing back a bottle of wine, having a jolly old time. So for me, the conflict is coming about how do you spend your downtime together, right? Maybe you're not spending enough downtime with your family. Maybe all it is work, 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 and that pisses you off. And the other person actually gets to not do work, work, work. So it's a little bit of unfairness, and you're just expressing your concern about that, okay? Now, maybe it's also about, hey, I want to go on vacation here. No, I want to go on vacation there, okay? It's about how these conflicts and concerns might be about your time together. That should be your enjoyment time, whether that's vacation, whether that's just chilling out, whether that's on the weekends because maybe both of you are working and you just really can't find time to enjoy each other. Yet when you come to the weekend, there's nothing but mowing the lawn and cleaning the house and doing the laundry and cooking and who knows what. But this is where the concerns and the conflicts are coming from. Okay, this is where the debates are. I'm going to say debates because I don't even want to say conflicts, but because there's definitely some debates. Now, the other card that came out for you right away was this Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about trying to win everything. Remember what I said about you don't have to get aggressive. You don't need to always be, you don't need to be aggressive about it because you don't always have to be the winner. That's what the Five of Swords is about. The Five of Swords is you can't win them all, and in fact, you shouldn't be trying to win them all. It is not my way or the highway. It is a merging of everybody's way to have peace and harmony, okay? Sometimes you need to come halfway across the table. Sometimes they need to come halfway across the table. And if you are constantly combating with the thought that you are going to win every fight, you cannot win every fight, okay? Or you shouldn't be even considering trying to win every fight. Why do you feel the need that you have to win every fight? I mean, you don't have to do anything, to be honest, okay? But we always, sometimes when we're very competitive or we feel, I'm also going to say sometimes when we're very hurt and we're a little bit ticked off, we feel this tendency of, oh yeah, I'm going to make that person pay. I'm going to win them all here. Okay. This, don't also take on more than you can handle. That is what the message of this card is. Okay. You are, carrying some battle wounds, right? After a long fight, and you can't carry them all that long forever. It's not healthy for you to carry them that long forever either. Okay. So that's the messaging there. Okay. So let's clarify one more card for the Five of Wands, please. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Okay, it's very interesting because you have two sixes on the table, but you also have two fives on the table. So let me just start by talking about the numerology here. Two fives is change and conflict. So you're definitely having that. I mean, we've talked nothing but that. But the six is harmony and peace. So you are trying to level up from the conflict to the harmony and peace. Okay, so that's a good sign. Now, in this Five of Pentacles sometimes is a card of feeling a little bit left out, feeling like nobody is paying attention to you, feeling like you're out by yourself in the cold and that you don't have any help. That there's some kind of temporary hardship, and that either you don't want to ask for help or you've asked for help and nobody's helped you, that you are really feeling sort of on your own outside of everybody else. Everybody else is doing their thing, having a great old time, but you're about there by yourself slogging it away. So I feel for you that this is part of the conflict. This is part of the debates that you're having. It centers around trying to win, feeling that you're by yourself and you need help, or how you're spending your weekends, your downtime, your whatever, that you're not enjoying it as much as you should be or could be, right? And that it's not fair. Right? That's what I'm sensing for you there. All right, let's talk about this Knight of Swords, because as I said, I really felt from him too that you don't need to be aggressive here, right? Whoa, what card was that? Give me 1 second, because that just flew right the heck across the room, and I have to pick it up. 1 second, give me a sec here. Two of Cups. Yeah, okay. Okay, Two of Cups is about relationships, right? So, as I said, you don't need to be aggressive. You're trying to come together, not be individuals here, right? The Two of Cups is about relationships. It's about loving relationships. It's about, trying to, romantic, bring back the romance is what I want to say. It's a bit about communications, right? Communication between you and the other person, right? So didn't I say you need to have this open communication? You're not complaining, but you're just trying to have an open discussion, a constructive discussion, one where you're expressing your concerns to each other, listening to each other ultimately as well, but getting to that end, that result, which is a really nice end of the month, coming back to that peace and harmony. All right, let's further clarify this Knight of Swords, please. Two more for the Knight of Swords. Okay, now I will tell you that someone, I don't know, you, them, whatever, but there's definitely here something about the Ace of Pentacles, which has to do with finances. Now, maybe part of the discussions and part of this conflict is related to finances. Maybe somebody wants to spend money and somebody's saying, no, we can't afford to spend money, right? And Maybe somebody is saying, no, I'm going to start something new. I'm starting a new job. I'm getting a new job. So therefore it's okay. I'm going to have the money. And the other person saying, well, whoa, because you don't have the money just yet. So, chill out. And when you actually have a nice little stockpile of cash, well, then we could talk about it a bit again. And maybe we can go on vacation later, right? I'm actually feeling that the Ace of Pentacles, it could also be that maybe somebody's getting an offer and the other person is saying, I don't think that's good enough for you. I don't think you should be taking that offer. I don't think you should be signing that contract. I don't think you should be talking to those people because you're better than that. They're going to take advantage of you. Okay? So there's something here about that, okay? Now, we also have the King of Pentacles here, but he came out in reverse. Okay. Now, for me, the King of Pentacles is what I call the businessman of the tarot. Okay. Now, I call him that in the upright. Okay, which means he's all about. I call him the business of the tarot because the guy's got all the money, he's got all the success, he's got all the abundance, he's out in nature, he's proven himself, he's done everything he's needed to do, and he's where it's at, right? He doesn't need to do anything else. He's arrived, so to speak, okay? But he's coming in the reverse here. So for me, this is telling us that part of this aggression, part of this, and it's not because you're being aggressive, but part of this building up of this this desire to express yourself and express your concerns and get things out, which again, as I said, are not complaints, they're valid concerns. Part of that is feeling that perhaps, you are not in a good, abundant place. This goes back to that Ace of Pentacles, right? Money, unfortunately, is the source of a lot of fights in relationships, okay? Unfortunately, but true, okay? So, especially if you are, used to having your way and used to really, being comfortable all the time. If you've been comfortable all the time, bonus. I mean, you're not, there's nothing there, to be worrying about. But the minute that you don't have it anymore because you're a little tight in the belt, all of a sudden, well, that becomes a bit more of an issue and a bit more pressing. Okay, so it's a reason for concern and brings up matters to be discussed. All right, now let's talk about the Six of Wands, because by the third week of the month, you are now in this victory. So something has definitely turned around. The wheel of fortune has spun, and now you're back on top again. So maybe the concerns have now been listened to, have been accepted, and you guys have come together to have a very solid understanding of how you can move forward together and in a very constructive way. So tell me about this victory. Tell me about the Six of Wands, please. Okay, yeah, you have the Three of Wands, which is great. So the Three of Wands is an energy of putting something out there, whatever it might be. And often people call it the card of waiting for the ships to come in. Now, sometimes I look at it as putting the ships out. Never mind waiting for them to come in. But any way you look at it, you are out looking, facing on, looking for something either to come to you or to progress nicely, just being protective of watching those ships go out. But you are waiting for something there, and that something is going to be beneficial for you, okay? Now, I also feel like that oftentimes the Three of Wands is known as the card of expansion, I believe, is what a lot of people call it, right? It's growth and expansion. So if that is, we can also interpret that to say, your relationship has grown as a result of any, discussions, debates, concerns that you've had, and those little conflicts that you've had with your whoever, right? Your partner, your family, whoever. you actually now, have gotten over that, and now you're kind of just, expanded a little bit. You've learned a little bit on both sides, okay? And you're kind of almost leaning on each other. Let's just call it that way, for sort of assistance in a way, okay? But the journey is most certainly on its way for the better toward this victory, okay? Now, you also had the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords in the upright is all about feeling trapped, feeling like you can't get out of something, that you're so tightly bound that you have nowhere to go up, down, or the other. But in this third week, there is no more feeling bound because it's in the reverse, which is great. You've now been released. Whatever that was, released. And as I said, it's like the wheel spun and it was in the bottom for 2 weeks, and now it's spinning and it's hitting the top. And as it comes full circle, as it comes and does its full circle thing, now you're going to have 2 beautiful weeks and you're coming out of that bad stuff. Okay, so let's pull one more card for the Six of Wands, which is the Ace of Swords. Yeah, pure clarity of mind, right? New opportunities spring to mind, right? Ideas coming to you, okay? You're actually probably now in this period where you're going to start to feel that energy of new knowledge, right? Then I was talking about when Jupiter starts to move into Gemini, this is where you're now starting to expand and grow in terms of your knowledge, but you're definitely also here cutting out anything that's not good for you. That is for sure. Okay, that is what the Ace of Swords is about. The Ace of Swords is also about, think of it like King Arthur, right? The guy went up to the stone and he said, oh no, okay, I'm going to try. And he stuck his hand on the thing and he whipped out this sword. And everybody was like in awe that this kid pulled a sword out of a friggin' stone. So, he then became the master of his own domain, right? He became king. Well, with knowledge comes power. With power for you, you too can be the master of your own kingdom. Your own kingdom is your own destiny. It's what you want. It's how you want it. Okay? So now you are in that period of victory. You have claimed your victory and you have claimed your power, okay, with that Ace of Swords. Okay, now let's, I almost don't even need to I don't even honestly need to do the 10 of Cups, because the 10 of Cups, my God, it speaks for itself. I mean, the picture that I showed you speaks for itself, right? It's the ultimate card of a loving, happy relationship. Now, in other cards and other decks, there's like a rainbow on this card. I mean, that speaks volumes, right? What's the big rainbow? It's happily ever after, right? This is the card of love and happiness, right? It's the realization of that you are feeling at home, and this is where you want to be: contented, happy, committed, right? Prosperous, joyful, right? And with a little bit of gratitude is what I want to say to you. Okay, so let me now clarify that 10 of Cups, although I really don't feel I need to because it speaks for itself, but I will clarify it anyway. Tell me about this happily ever after at the end of the month. Okay, something just flew out. Hold on, I'll have to pick it up. Let me pull out the other 2 cards and then I'll get the card that's just on the floor. And then I can speak to all 3. Okay? Okay, let me see what's on the floor here. Yeah, strength, right? Good things come to those who are brave. Good things come to those who can temper their inner beast. Good things come to those who can call upon their strengths to know when to speak, when not to speak, when to listen, when to share, when to actually express their concerns, and one can and to how to be an equal partner. That's what I want to put out there to you there. Okay, the second card that flew out here was the Eight of Wands. This is about action. It's about targeted action. It's about something is coming in swiftly. So I feel like in this last week of the month, whatever this happiness has come back, and it's come back very, very quickly, right? It's come back very quickly, and you are now, targeting to be back as, one and as one couple, if you will, right? As one, you're no longer me versus them. This is more of, okay, you're back on the same page. Let's put it that way. Back on the same page, both going in the exact same direction for whatever you're striving for. Okay? And the other card that came out was this Three of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles is saying, you're working together, right? The Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, right? You realize that, having two opposing thoughts and forces don't result in anything. It's when you work together and when you're on the same page, as I said earlier, when you're on the same page, that you can both go in the same direction toward something much better. You're working together, not against each other. All right? With this Seven of Cups, making all the right choices. Okay? Making choices together, by the way. So as I said, maybe when I was talking about, one person wants to go on vacation here and the other, it's not about that. It's about finding a compromise for the right choice for both of you. All right. All right. Nice read here, Pisces. I like these kinds of reads, that they're very clear and the messages are right there. All right. I'm going to now pull for you a final card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. Final message for Pisces for the month of May. Number 29, coming to life. Coming to life, and I'll read to you from the book. Give me one sec while I get the book. All right, and this says, let me just hold it up for you while I read it. Okay. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now's the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. All you have to do is show up. Let the divine do the work. All right, that's a really nice ending to your reading, Pisces. So that I'll leave there for now. Okay, so just very quickly, for those of you that are interested in the contest, we'll let you know that this month the prize is a free personal a career tarot reading. So if you have any question at all about your career, your profession, money related to that, if you're going to get a new job, if you're going to launch a new business and you're worried about that, or you have concerns or questions around that, or getting into a new profession, starting something fresh, even the finances related to your career, any kind of question like that, if you have that type of question, then get in on this contest and hopefully you will win the free personal reading. All right. Now, 100% free for you, that prize, by the way. You do not need to pay for that. 2 simple things to do, which are both 100% free for you. 1, subscribe to the channel. If you've already done that, bonus. The second thing to do is to leave me a comment in the comments box. Now, you can leave me any comment you like as long as it's a respectful and clean comment, okay? And if you really are shy and you don't know what to write, you can just say, I am interested in a career tarot reading. At the end of the month, I'll put all the names in the hat and I'll pull some winners. And as usual, I'll do my usual posting, whether it's in the community tab or responding to comments. But I will certainly, or both for that matter, but I will certainly let all the winners know how they can reach me and how they can claim their prize. Okay? Okay. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and which is the like button, and stay tuned for more readings to come, and of course more contest announcements throughout the years, my friend. Throughout the year, I should say. Years, maybe years too for that matter. You see, maybe Spirit made me say that for a reason. Okay, anyway, I will say take care, my lovely ones, and I will see you again very soon. And until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.